Hey everyone, I'm Katie, and welcome to Healthy Republic. Anyone who knows me knows how obsessed I am with coffee. Pair a good latte with a classic novel, and you know how I'm spending the rest of the day. I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that I could receive a classic novel and coffee delivered right to my doorstep. Ashley Doherty is the creator and owner of Coffee and a Classic. Ashley joins me today to discuss her passion for the novels of old and having more generations reading actual books. Tell us a little bit about how your company and what it does, and more broadly, how does the market operate that you're working within?
Like you said, I own Coffee and a Classic, and each month we curate essentially what is a gift box based on the theme of a classic novel. So we include something to sip on, coffee, tea, or hot chocolate, a snack, something to a bookmark, two bookish items, and the novel itself, of course. And really, the idea behind the concept of this box is I also was thinking of my favorite things and, how I wanted to not only spend my time in terms of what I enjoy to do in my leisure time, but how to translate that into something that I could do for work. And coffee and books are two of my favorite things. After doing initial research, I realized that the classic books, the ones that are, timeless and tried and true and people just kind of go back to over and over, there wasn't really a market for those selling those at that point. So I decided to capture on it.
Yeah, I find it quite interesting with you specifically choosing the classic literature because in the schools we see today, the old dead white guys, we'll say, have been more taken out of the school system itself, and people instead are putting in either just short little paragraphs of bits of these novels, or they're not reading them at all. So explain to me from your perspective how your box with the classic literature, how do you feel that is kind of filling a void, especially for us millennials and as we get into the next generation?
Sure. It's really interesting. I can probably speak the best to this by comments I've heard from my subscribers themselves. And, originally I thought I had a certain age range for this subscription, but it spans anywhere from 20 years old to 65 years old. And it's really used as a gift. I think a lot of the older generations, really felt a connection to these stories and want to share it with their children and with their grandchildren. And I have a lot of, younger subscribers that are English majors in college that just want to start building the collection of books that they can continue to go back to or share with their friends. The market.
Yeah, absolutely. And you touched on a little bit with even college students, and even at the high school level and then even into the college level, we're seeing that the classic novels are being replaced with more modern books, postmodern books. What is it about classic novels that they deserve the attention, and why people you find are buying the subscription boxes from you and continuing to read these classic novels?
Yeah, I can, from my perspective, I think that, any work of literature or words or, the theories behind these books, I think that they're so timeless and have been around for so many years because they speak to some underlying, sense of society or, characters that we can all relate to. Whether it was written 200 years ago or even 20 years ago, I think that the ones that really last, they speak to something big and something personal at the same time.
All right. And I guess, since you're the owner and the creator here, we got to get your opinion as to which author do you think is the most lasting author? Who is your favorite novel writer?
I'm not sure what you expect for an answer, but, you and I have discussed our love of The Hobbit and J.R. Tolkien, and I do a lot of research because I have my own opinions, but I really want this to be accessible and kind of reach as many people as possible. And Tolkien has been bestseller, most timeless author for the longest period of time, and the most people have been reached and touched by him. So, right now I'm on a Hobbit and J.R. Tolkien binge, but I have to be honest, every month when I do, a lot of the research to pick the products and really dive into the theme, I fall in love with that book all over again. So,
and I'll piggyback off that and say that I'm going to go with one of his best friends and members of the Inklings and go with C.S. Lewis. So between J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, I think, you can't go wrong. So maybe in the future you'll do a box on C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, for sure.
Just one. All right, sounds good. Well, that's it for this week's Healthy Republic. Let us know in the comments below, what's your favorite classic novel and why? Until next time, stay healthy, America. Hey everybody, if you liked that video, make sure to head over to FreedomProject.com, where there'll be plenty of more videos with me and my Argyle.